Elevation Church is a part of International Network of Churches, or INC. INC was birthed 42 years ago in a lounge room in the suburbs of Brisbane, and today has over 1,700 churches worldwide. You can go to over 30 nations in this globe of ours, and you will find an INC church there. And there's over 750,000 people that now call INC their church family. The Elevation brand started 9 years ago at the Gold Coast location. It was early days, exciting days, and we saw a lot of growth quickly. And the one thing I love about the Gold Coast location is that they've really come to get used to change. And when Kathy and I stepped out to lead INC, our network of churches, Miles and Bonnie stepped in all the way from the States to do such a phenomenal job. And then with the expansion of Elevation, they have to move out to oversee the other locations. And now Josiah and Olivia are our location pastors at the Gold Coast, and we're just so proud of all the work that they've done, who they are, and what that church is becoming. So thank you, Gold Coast, for being the sending, releasing people that we've always known you to be. From the Gold Coast location, we then planted the Tweed Coast location. And unlike most church plants that start in a high school hall somewhere, we purchased 8 acres of land with a church facility on it and asked 50 of our Gold Coast people to move down there and be part of that plant. And now we've got a thriving congregation on the Tweed Coast, pastored by Lachlan and Tara, doing a phenomenal job. And every time you're there, there's an expectation in those people that something great is going to break forth in the Tweed Coast. And then about 18 months ago, Kathy and I really felt that God was stirring us to restructure Elevation because He was going to add to us. We didn't know how, but we went away with our team to talk about staff restructures and roles. And then 3 months later, after that, Kathy and I took on the leadership of the Hills location in Sydney. And it's been 10 months that I've felt personally energized by. In our Sydney location at Hills, there are some of the most passionate people, courageous people, and I want to say thank you so much for embracing the change, embracing us, because we need to be a major voice in the great city of Sydney, and INC needs a major church in one of the most vibrant cities in Australia. About 6 months after that, there was both Penrith and Redlands became Elevation Church, and Penrith pastored by Pete and Kate, doing a phenomenal job as well out there. And I love the Penrith area. There's a sense of rawness and realness in the people. I love the passion, and I love the way you guys have embraced the change of Elevation and embrace Pete and Kate. We can't wait to see what God does in that region. Penrith needs a life-giving church, and we believe that you guys are part of the answer towards that. And then in Redlands with Brad and Shira, again, wonderful people doing a phenomenal job. And the people of Redlands are some of the best people I know. There's a reality and an authenticity in Redlands. And to see you guys when you became Elevation to straight away hammers and paintbrushes, let's renovate the building, let's change the auditorium, let's build a foyer. It just blew us away. And to hear that 2 weeks ago, 26 people being water baptized on one Sunday is just amazing. So kudos to Redlands and Brad and Sherry doing a phenomenal job. And then 3 weeks ago, Melbourne West, and now our location pastors, Bronson and Gabby. I was there last weekend for the official send-off of their parents who had been the pastors there for 30 years. And so we're so thrilled to be working now in Melbourne West. We believe that it's an area that desperately needs another life-giving church. We're excited about Melbourne having a prominent INC church. And I just want to release the Melbourne West people to begin to dream, and let's not let the limitations of the past set our future. And Bronson and Gabby, we love you guys and can't wait to see what God does.
A common denominator that we have in all of our locations is the work that we do in Red Frogs, and it affects thousands of young people every single year. And one of those girls is a girl from China who's here, and she's studying for her master's, and her name is Xu Pei.
So I still remember the first time when I came to Elevation Church, and I cried again, like a lot. The experience and then the calling I felt from God slightly, gradually changed me. Before I came to Elevation Church, my life was pretty broken. I mean, from the surface, it's actually perfect because my family supported me to come to Australia to study. So financially, I'm secure, and then I have a house to live, and then I have food to eat. But inside my heart was broken. And one day I went to the Harbour Cruise, and then I met Steph there. And the next day, when I was at uni, I saw Steph again, Steph from Red Frogs, and then she invited me to church. I was like, yeah, why not? And then later on, I know that she's from Red Frogs, which are, well, I mean, they're pretty amazing people, spreading love and caring to other people at uni, in the society too. One of the amazing things that Red Frogs does is the uni pickup from uni to church, because I don't have a car, especially when the students, I mean, as a student, we're really poor. We're not financially great. So I think the help from Red Frogs really is amazing for them to have the opportunity to come to church and to feel God's Spirit. I was so touched and I was so moved because at that moment I felt that God really loves me and He will always walk with me. And then, yeah, I just trust Him. My heart was replaced. You can say that it was hollow before, but then after that day, my heart was complete. So now I'm not only involved in church, but also with Red Frogs. If it wasn't because of Red Frog or Elevation Church, I wouldn't be a Christian now, and I wouldn't feel the freedom, I wouldn't feel the love that God gave me. I wouldn't be connected to our church, I wouldn't be connected to Red Frog Cruise, and I wouldn't be able to help all the uni students out there. I wouldn't be blessed, and supported by God all the time. So I feel really grateful.
Another story that really moved me was that of a young family where the husband tragically passed away, leaving behind a wife and 3 small boys. On top of that, the house also needed to be finished renovating, and that's when we saw a life group from one of those locations step in.
Seekham had just joined a men's group, and Andy from the group contacted my sister and just said, you know, we want to come in and do like a refit of the house or something like that. We want to complete what Seekham was, what we were trying to do that day. And yeah, so they did. Yeah, and it was just, for me it was really humbling because the church organised and paid for everything, and they did it to just the highest level. Like, they were constantly calling me and going, oh, we've got this idea, or we had this idea, or why don't we do this? And I mean, it wasn't a quick fit. It was a long fit. Like, it was a massive job. So they came through and totally renovated the house. Like, they recarpeted, repainted, put on new door handles for me, bought us furniture, bought us new bedding, like, got somebody to spray the roof, landscaped. We had no backyard. Now they came in and we've actually got a backyard, which is great for 3 boys. They contacted a pool company to see, you know, just to give us a goal, like, okay, if we had a pool, this is what it would cost you, and you can just have a dreaming goal. And the pool company called straight back and said, oh, we want to do that pool for free. And one thing that struck me the most is that they all were joyfully doing it. Like, as I say, he'd only been in that group for a month. It's not like they know us or we'd been so involved in the church or we'd done anything really. Like, they just literally raced to our aid to come and help. It's just been an amazing experience for us just to see the church in action and the power of the church. It was just an incredible, you felt like God was with me. I felt like I'm going to be okay. Just an absolute knowing that God's got us in His hands.
What I love about Elevation Church is the community and the culture.
It's the welcoming. I just love the welcoming, not because I'm involved in that, but simply because there's a willingness from people to reach out.
I love how the leadership in this church really believe in
in people.
Yeah, I like the red spots. They're unreal. Like, you come to this place, all you see is red spots.
I love the people. Everyone's really nice and kind and loving, and we're all like a family together.
Cool, like playing lightsabers with the front guys on the car park.
We've got great facilities, fantastic coffee shop in-house oops, Zarafa, sorry, not allowed that here.
Elevation Kids, we have a great play group that we kind of attend every week, and the kids have a ball.
I love the Instagram filters that they use.
I love Elevation Church because it introduced me to God and gave me new life.
We're actually changing lives with the youth in those areas.
I just like the sound. The sound just sounds amazing. It's just always good. It just sounds amazing.
I love Elevation because the people make me feel at home, and they're just so lovely.
It has felt like home since the moment we walked in.
What I love about this church is our foyer, because it's where I can go out and hang out with people, have a chat, make new corrections, and like have a dance party. Woo! I came here first time like concert. I feel like concert, not church. So I had a lot of fun. Yeah, me too.
What I love about Elevation is the healthy relationships and the friendships that we have seen being made over the years, and the friendships I know that we have found that I think will last a long time. And the biggest thing I think that I love about Elevation is the fact that we really care.
What I love about Elevation is the lead pastor's smoking hot wife. Oh yeah. Actually, I do love that. But what I really love is in Acts chapter 11, there's this one verse that I just think sums up who we are and who we want to continue to be through all of our locations. Barnabas is sent to a place called Antioch to validate what they're hearing God is doing in the city. And when he gets there, it says this: he came and he saw the grace of God. And I don't want Elevation in any location just to be a church that sings about grace, that preaches about grace. I want people to come and actually see it. And the way they see it is is evidenced through the way we serve our communities, the way we serve one another. So for us as a locations going forward, that's our dream. Let us be the evidence of the grace of God in every community across Australia.